In a small house at the edge of the city, there lived a woman named Grace and her 3 children. The house was rarely quiet, not because of laughter, but because of tension. The siblings argued constantly. About chores, about money, about who cared more and who cared less. Small disagreements stretched into long, cold silences. Meals were eaten without eye contact, and doors closed a little harder than necessary. Grace saw everything. She noticed how the youngest avoided the living room when the others were there. How the middle child stayed out late just to avoid coming home. She saw how the oldest carried responsibility like a suit of armor, mistaking control for care. She never interrupted their fights or chose a side. She just watched, quietly folding laundry, quietly washing dishes, quietly carrying the heavy weight of a future she knew would arrive all too soon. As time passed, Grace grew slower. Her steps became shorter, and her hands shook when tying shoelaces that once took only seconds. Still, she remained the invisible thread holding the house together. Birthdays happened because she planned them. Holidays felt warm because she insisted on them. When tempers flared, she was the reason things eventually cooled down. Then one year, she was gone. It wasn't sudden or dramatic. She was just absent. And the house changed overnight. There were no more reminders to eat together. No reason to gather in the same room. The siblings stood in the same space, but felt miles apart, completely lost without the woman who had always filled the silence. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. And slowly, a painful truth started to become clear. They didn't know how to hold each other. They didn't know how to speak without anger. They didn't know how to be a family without her standing in the middle. Old arguments resurfaced, feeling heavier now than ever before. Regret began to creep in quietly, regret for words said too harshly, for the distance they had allowed to grow, for a love they had always postponed. One evening, while sorting through Grace's belongings, they found something unexpected. It wasn't money or instructions, or any kind of explanation. It was just old photos. Messy ones, blurry ones. Photos of them together, laughing, leaning on one another, standing close without any effort. For the first time since she was gone, they sat together. Not to argue, not to try and fix the past, but just to be near each other. And in that silence, they finally understood what Grace had been protecting all along. The lesson here is simple. One day, the people holding your family together won't be there anymore. And when that day comes, all that will remain is how you treated each other while they still were. Love your siblings now, because one day, they will be all you have.